if the unbelievers do not resurrect, then their personalities will simply be dominant in their spirit forever, without any punishment. The fact is that all will resurrect in the end. Believers and unbelievers alike will all resurrect, and their personalities will manifest through the newly acquired eternal bodies. The spirit is a permanent existence. Thus, the new body that transforms from the spirit will be a permanent body. It will not be like the earthly body from the dust. Some people do not want their bodies to be cremated after death because they think that their original bodies would resurrect. Dust will return to dust. This flesh from dust will not resurrect. For Jesus, his flesh was from the world. Thus the scars still remain on his body. Man is different. Whatever happens to the body while on earth will not affect the resurrection, because the body will go back to dust. If a person hurts his leg in an accident, then it is only in the flesh, not in the spirit. In the resurrection, he will receive a body without scars or blemishes. In the resurrection, man's dormant personality will completely be restored. It will be like a person who wakes up from a deep sleep. A resurrected person will have the same intellect, emotion, and will as before, but in a new body. Both the believers and unbelievers will go into eternity with full consciousness, being able to feel everything. Believers will enjoy eternal life in heaven, while unbelievers will suffer the eternal punishment in hell. What differentiates the believers from unbelievers is that they have something more than a body, soul, and a spirit. Believers have the Spirit of Christ in them, namely His words. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. The Spirit of Christ is the life-giving Spirit. It is the Spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. The words that I speak to you are spirit, and they are life. Believers will enter into heaven forever because of the Spirit of Christ. However, unbelievers will be cast into hell after their resurrection because they do not have the life-giving Spirit. Crown of suffering and glory. Man can only express his personality through his body. This is his weakness. Angels possess and express their personalities without the limitations and weaknesses of the flesh. Man suffers because of his flesh, being a slave to affliction. He has to toil and sweat all his life in order to eat. Because of the flesh, there is pain in childbirth. Man is clothed with suffering and crowned with thorns because of the flesh. This crown might be unbearable in this world, but it will be a crown of glory in the next age to come. You have made him a little lower than the angels. You have crowned him with the glory and honor, and set him over the works of your hands. Hebrews chapter 2:7.